Look, final five. I know what I'm doing, dog. Mahomes, Lamar, myself, Dak.
Joey B.
No, he didn't really play last year. And then Hurts.
Dak,
Yeah, bro.
Dak.
Dak, that boy. Y'all not gonna say that because he ain't won the big one yet.
You said Matt.
What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man, and we back in these streets. We back in these hot streets. It's hot out here in Ohio, baby. I ain't mad. I love the hot weather, but if you see me sweating, I'm in the truck, still working. So I'm hot right now, so it's all good. I just want to touch on a couple things today. Some sad news in these Cowboy streets is Larry Allen, one of the greatest offensive linemen that's ever played the game in the NFL and with the Dallas Cowboys, Hall of Famer in 2013, world's strongest man, just an absolute monster, Sonoma State, 14 years, just a dog. Everybody remembers Larry Allen, so it just hurts because Larry Allen was the quiet giant, gentle giant. I don't know if he was gentle because he was straight mauling cats. He ain't play around. He wasn't about them games, but he was quiet. You ain't never hear Larry Allen talk too much, but he was about his business. All-pro guard, tackle, just I got to see him during the 90s. It was a pleasure to be able to see him during that time. Just sad news that he passed away out of nowhere, I believe in Mexico, 52 years old. And what's crazy is because I'm 51 years old and he died at 52. People are dying a lot younger nowadays, you know what I'm saying, with this cancer and all this other crazy stuff that's going on. People ain't living to 70, 80, 90, 100 years old no more. People dying in their 40s and 50s. Trust me, I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of my young football players. I got my high school buddy. I got so many people that have died before 50. It's crazy. If I could make a video of how many friends I've had murdered, killed, died of kids. Just, it's crazy. So just to see this is just crazy to me. And the fact that he's 52, just crazy. So, you know, rest up, Larry Allen. You was the one of the best that's ever did it. Just sad news, you know, and I can only imagine how the Cowboys players feel playing with him and dying at such a young age. 52 is young, you know. When I'm out there in the streets, I'll be saying I'm old, but if I were to die today, people be like, damn, you was only 51, you died young, you know what I'm saying? So I'm old in my mind, but if somebody were to say I died at 51, they would say I was young. So just some sad news today. You hate to hear about it, but man, that's life, you know what I'm saying? Pray for his family, pray for the Cowboys family, and, you know, just rest easy, Larry Allen. You was one of the greatest to ever do it. Like I said, strongman competition. Then he benched like 600 or 700 pounds one time. I remember Rocker Ismail was there. Dropped like 43 on the bench press on 25 times at the Pro Bowl. Just an absolute monster, super athletic, just a beast, and seemed like a really genuine guy. So you hate to see it. But I want to talk about a couple other things, and I know some people are going to get mad at me. That's all right. You can get mad at me. I know Sadiqa, my sis, she going to get mad at me. She going to be one of the first to comment on this because she think I'm a hater. I ain't no hater. I'm a truth teller. A lot of y'all don't want to hear the truth. I'm a truth teller. A lot of y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear all the other stuff. So, Justin Jefferson, we've been waiting. We've been talking about this on Burgers and Blitzes for 100,000 years, that Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb are with the same organization, CAA. Don't know if they have the same agents, but they're in the same organization. And we all knew, we've been saying it for months on end, that Dallas was waiting until Justin Jefferson got his deal, and that was going to be the bar for CeeDee Lamb. Well, Justin Jefferson just signed his new deal, 4 years, $140 million, $35 million per, with $110 million guaranteed. Now the Cowboys know what they're working with, because we know that's what the Cowboys do. They're never going to set the market. They've already set it. They're not setting the market no more. They're going to wait for the market to set, and then they're going to move. They're going to move accordingly. Just dropped my Bluetooth. So We know the bar has been set, and we'll see what happens. With the CeeDee Lamb thing, he's going to get paid. He's going to get his money. They have the same, agency that they work with. So we know CeeDee Lamb is going to get his money, and they needed the bar. That's the way the Dallas works. So when they hear about Micah Parsons, they're not setting the market. So they're going to wait for another top dog to get signed before Parsons. They're going to pay him afterwards. That's the way the Dallas Cowboys do. I don't know why we are all tripping over it like we don't understand how the Cowboys work. And that's where it is. So CeeDee Lamb getting his money. There's the bar with Justin Jefferson, and there it is. Now I want to talk about this Dak Prescott thing, the Dak hate. I know a lot of people going to come on here and call me a Dak hater. When really if you go on my Facebook, I was fighting for Dak. Everybody was calling me the Dak lover for the last 3 years of my Facebook, how I fought for him. But I can't ignore truths. That's what I can't ignore. I can't ignore truths with Dak Prescott. And same with Romo. Romo's best chance to me to win the championship was 2014 when we went on that little run and really should have beat Green Bay, but we got played with the bad call. I thought that was our best chance with Romo. 2007, I didn't feel good about that year because I just felt like that is too much at stake. We had too good of a year. Just you know how the Cowboys do. That just felt like we just going to choke this. So that 2017 was as good as it was. I just felt like we were going to choke it. 2014, we didn't really have no expectations, and that's why I think we snuck up in there. But I felt like that was Romo's best chance to get to a chip, 2014. Even though you didn't have the greatest D, we had a great offense, awesome offense, and that offense could have probably beat the best defense because we was rolling that year. But after that 2014 season, then he got hurt in 2015. We got Ezekiel Elliott. I said, okay, this is what my things with Romo. If Romo get hurt one more time, I'm done. He's done, I'm done, and he got hurt again, it was done. But maybe you could have played Romo in those 2016 playoffs, even though Dak played all world all year as a rookie. Maybe you could have played Romo in the playoffs. I don't know. It's over, though, now. But I ain't never really think we were going to win a championship with Romo. Made too many mistakes, always critical interceptions at the wrong time. Just always, all them years that we had, he choked in Washington throwing game-ending interceptions. So let's not forget how many times Romo choked in the building, right? Let's not forget how many times, as great as Romo was or as great as he did, and it's just the same thing with Dak. As great as Romo was, he was always choking. You have a great game, throw 4 touchdowns, and we be winning, and then at the end of the game, you throw a stupid interception. That's what we knew Romo by. Everybody knew Romo by, oh, he going to throw yards. He going to make plays, but just wait for it. He going to throw that critical interception to choke it. That was the thing on Romo. It wasn't that he wasn't a great quarterback. It wasn't that he wasn't a very good quarterback. It was that in the biggest moments, he didn't play the biggest. That was the rep on him, and he would continue to do things to prove the rep right. So I never thought we would win a championship with Romo and Garrett. Just didn't think it. Closest was 2014. Felt good about it. Didn't happen. That was the best chance. So I felt the same way. And you're undrafted, in my opinion, if you're undrafted or you're not a first or second round draft pick, you only get so much time. I said this in a video months ago that if you're not a first round draft pick or a second round draft pick, you only have a certain amount of time to prove yourself to me in the NFL. A couple contracts, if you haven't did it, then I just feel like you're not the guy that's going to be able to do it now. That's just me, my opinion. Don't get mad because I'm making my opinion. Okay. So, if you hear this, I don't know if you hear an incoming call, somebody's trying to call me, but my thing is this. When I look at Dak Prescott, right? When I look at Dak Prescott, and this is the thing that I have with Dak Prescott. I don't hate on Dak Prescott. I think he's a very good quarterback. but he's got to take the next step. And when I see these stats are alarming to me. 63-18 in his career against teams that finished under 10 wins. 78 winning percentage. 78 winning percentage. We dominate teams that are average. We dominate them, right? But it's 12-28 against 10-plus win teams, including playoffs. 300 win percentage. We can't forget that. It's the third largest win percentage drop-off by any quarterback since the merger, better than only Matthew Stafford and Kirk Cousins. And we know Kirk Cousins. Matthew Stafford, great talent, but he finally got a good team and a good coach, and then it all worked, right? Sorry about the sweat. I'm sweating. Usually it's hot up in here. I'm about to get up out of here, though. Says here, and this is an article from CBS, he has thrown far too many interceptions against those good teams. 38 and 40 starts versus 43 and 81 starts against teams with 10 wins and under, including 7 picks and 7 playoff starts. Obviously, we saw what he did against Tampa Bay. We saw what he did against Seattle. Then it says on the article that if Dak hasn't gotten it done now, they said he never will. They said because no quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl with his team, with his draft team, after failing to reach a conference title game through 8 seasons. It says no quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl with his draft team after failing to reach a conference title through 8 seasons. And that's why I said, if you're a high draft pick, you get a little more leeway and grace because you was a high draft pick and you're close. But when you're like after the 4th round, 3rd, 4th round, undrafted, I feel like you got 2 contracts to really prove yourself. And those ain't all on Dak. All those losses ain't on Dak. I ain't saying every game was on Dak. Every loss was on Dak. That defense sucked. That all coaching, everything played a part in the losses. But at the end of the day, Dak, his name is on it. And here's my thing. That's the only reason why I have reservations now of re-signing a Dak, because I see these stats and we watch it. We're good against those regular teams or average teams or below average teams. Average to below average teams, we kick their ass. When it comes to them top dogs, we don't just run through them teams. We struggle against them teams. And it ain't just Dak, but Dak does struggle against them top-level teams. But our whole team, the coaching, the everything, just always something plays a part in this. But Dak is the quarterback. And the thing that frustrates me is, like I heard C.J. Shroud, everybody went up in arms doing cartwheels and backflips because C.J. Shroud said Dak Prescott's a top 5 quarterback. He said based on last year. Okay. But everybody and their mama was retweeting and see CJ. It's like we always got to validate Dak being a great quarterback. Why do you got to validate it if he's great? All these other quarterbacks don't have to validate. Lamar Jackson, I don't know if they validating him. I don't know if they validating Josh Allen with the Buffalo Bills fan base. I don't know if they're validating Pat Mahomes or validating Joe Burrow. I don't think they're always on Twitter. See, I told you he was a great quarterback. See, look at C.J. Stroud. He told you he was. That's the only thing I'm saying, y'all. I'm not hating. Please understand, I'm not hating. But why do we always got to validate Dak as being a great quarterback? We always have to hear from somebody else. See, I told you. See, he said it. Why do we always have, it's hate on Dak, but I just showed you why. That's the hate. Because against regular and below average teams, we kick ass with Dak. When we play them upper echelon teams, we are not good against them. So that's why people say Dak ain't it. Because, we know he's good enough to beat them regular teams and them below average teams, but you got to beat them upper echelon teams to get to where you need to go. To get to that next level, you got to beat the upper echelon teams and them upper echelon players. And like I said, it ain't all on Dak. It's on the team, the defense, all that. I'm not blaming solely on Dak. But what I'm saying is everybody in the streets always got to validate him. So what about the hate? So what about the hate? It's just like as soon as somebody says something good, we want to latch on to it and retweet 10,000 times what C.J. Shroud said. C.J. Shroud played in the league 1 year. 1 year. And had a great year. You don't know if C.J. Shroud going to be great. The trajectory says he will be very good because It looks like it, right? But C.J. Shroud played in the league 1 year, and we're living off what C.J. Shroud said. And he said based off of last year. Yeah, you can base him off a top 5 quarterback last year. He was damn near a second running as the MVP. The facts of the matter is, we got bounced in that first round. And Dak had a part of it. You get what I'm saying? So I just get tired of the noise of feeling like we always got to validate Dak. Like a quarterback says he's good. See, I told you, there was 20 million retweets on CJ Stroud saying Dak was a great quarterback. Why does he always got to get validated? Right? And them stats right there is just the truth. Great against regular teams and below teams, but not great against these upper echelon teams. That's why I have pause. That's why I have pause now. I'm looking at those other things now, and I'm not just jumping up and down for Dak Prescott like he going to be the savior if you re-sign him for another 4 years. I looked at the facts, and those are facts. Those aren't make-believe. Those are actual facts, unless you writing the articles in CBS Sports and you're lying. Those are actual facts. And like I said, it ain't all on Dak, but that's the proof in the pudding. So that's why I'm not getting hyped on a re-signing of Dak Prescott, because I look at too many other things. I see too many things with my eyes, and I'm like, can he really get us over the hump? Can this team really get over the hump with him as the quarterback? And it ain't about no damn Trey Lance, because he ain't doing nothing either. But I just don't know. And that's why I have the reservations now, especially with a playoff Dak. Sorry, Sadiq was sis. I know if you watch this video, you're going to be shaking your head, but I don't care. It's okay. I'm allowed to have my opinion about these Cowboys and Dak Prescott and where I feel like they're going or not going. You don't like it, that's okay. May not like your opinion if that you're gung-ho about the Cowboys when I don't feel like it's going to happen. So I'm not going to be gung-ho about it. Sorry. Big Game James. We out. Peace.